Thursday Night Live. What's up, guys? What's the promo on this?
Shenanigans, $50.
And it gets them $5 into the entry also?
Nope.
No.
You can only do one or the other. Right. And that's the giveaway is March giveaway.
March giveaway.
Very simple.
Black hydros, woodland hydros, bifold tool carriers in black, tiger stripe bifold tool carriers, CQB subloads, multi-cam butt packs, multi-cam black fupas, tropic toiletry bags, multi-cam black bifold tool totes, OD black H suspenders, Highlander 308 stacked or 308 split front chest rigs. I think there's 4 or 5 of those available. Not sure what those are. Butt packs maybe. Large tool bags.
Turn these on or leave them off?
No, you can turn them on. Dual rifle subloads. Nalgene pouches. Wrench rolls. I do not know what these here are. I wonder what these are. Zach, what's up? Wet and dirty. Paul Bennett, William, Byron, James Young, Brandon, Ian, working on it. Curie, what's up? 54, what's going on, guys? Six-inch flat packs, woodland danglers, multi-cam black danglers, split front. That is the shenanigans bag right there. Gary, what's up? Don't know why my brain thinks oldie from Garfield Comics every time I see mention OD. I don't know. Radio, what's up? AKM4 micros, 12 gauge micros, AKM4 micros, cop rigs, covert bags. Been burnt. I saw that you were burning. I was wondering what that was. There's red fupas right there. XLs. XL red fupas. I think we have all your radio pouches minus the denim stuff. Battle Chemist, what's up? Doctor's appointment in Utah, so she slept through school. Awesome short morning video on YouTube this week. Enjoyed them. Right on. Yeah, I'm not gonna do them. There's just no fucking traffic. That's what I'm talking about, man. It takes me 90 minutes to fucking get those videos loaded and shit, and there's not any content on them. There's no traffic. That's why we stopped doing all the other videos. I have a lot more time to do shit that pays. Or that at least, you know, gets fucking tractions. Driving home, truck bed stacked with maple flooring. Right on. What are you going to steal? I don't know what you're talking about, VG. Homestead, what's up? Will a 1-quart pouch fit on the outside of a mini pack? No, not ideally. It won't. It won't space right. The mini pack's skinnier than the canteen. The mini pack has 2 columns. The canteen has 3. So even if it went on there, it's going to stagger quite a bit. Benjamin, what's up? Ian, just comments, man. Comments, views. Like I'm kind of done with it. I fucking have piled hundreds of thousands of dollars into social media, and I've piled in tons and tons of effort, and really all that money should have just been pushed straight into SOE and not into the social media. Like, it's awesome that there's 20 people, the same 20 people all the time, but it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't fucking pay, man. What SOE wallet do you recommend for 3 cards and occasional cash? None. Just put it in your pocket. I mean, I'm not a salesman. I'm a horrible salesman, actually. If I was going to carry just a couple cards, I would do the ID card case. It's the smallest, thinnest thing we make. David, what's up, man? Yeah, Homestead's good. I've been pulling chicken eggs twice a day, so that puts me out there minimum of twice a day, and I can do that in 15 minutes, or I can take 30 minutes to do that. Everything's just kind of starting to grow grass right now. Nicole, what's up? I was a bit confused on the March giveaway. If someone orders $50 item, is that 10 in? Yes, it's $5. Every $5 gets an entry. Yes, that is correct. Every $5 gets an entry. That's the same way the Diesel Brothers do it, so we figured we would try that a couple times and see how that goes. How many Rallyman pouches will be on the Jungle Kit giveaway? 4. 2 with pistols, 2 without. 2 with pistols, 2 without for Rallymans. 2 1-quarts, a butt pack, a padded suspender set, and a padded belt. The whole kit. Yeah, you can make the grass grow away. No, I want the grass to grow. Yeah, spend more, get more entries, exactly. It changes the threshold, and actually, it'll actually boost sales, actually. The truth is it makes way more sales. Rather than a guy trying to conform into, that minimum threshold or whatever, if he's going to order the bare minimum, he's going to order the minimum. But then guys don't, it translates to more sales. You say you're a bad salesman, but every time I watch a video, well, you're a really good customer, Brandon. You're a really good customer. I just won't try to convince people to buy this stuff. Why should I buy your shit? You shouldn't. Fuck off. Go buy it somewhere else. DJ Guzman, what's up? What was that rig you were trying to buy? I saw you say something on some rig. I didn't recognize it. We just need Scully to model it again for us. You'll see him. He'll be in. I have an Insta request for the give. I don't know what you're talking about, Rafa. You got to speak my language, buddy. Take the autistic chipmunk and translate it into 53-year-old man. Yeah, the value of the kit, it's about $800 exactly, and that's without the belt. Like the belt, if I build the belts, it's going to be very expensive to build the belts. So you're over $800 easily on the kit. PSA for Freedom Munitions. I had 2 failures to fire per box. Primer strike and some seated. Is that just a bad case lot, or what do you think it is? Just a batch of bad primers, maybe? Heading to Las Vegas next week to make money. Paul, right on. What are you going to be making? What are you doing in Vegas to make money? Try to convince people to buy your shit all the time. Thanks, David. Making chicken for dinner, right on. I think it was some older Israel vest, but the OD black trim made cool. Yeah, I had a vest in my shop years ago. One of the Surefire guys brought in. It was a bomb vest. And it looked fucking professional as could be, man. It looked like it was made right out of like a high-level factory. And it had multiple pockets on top of pockets. It held a heat shrink tube of ball bearings, and then it held a heat shrink tube of rat poison, and then it had the explosives behind it. So the explosives would push the poison and the ball bearings. And I didn't understand it. And then when they explained it, they said it's because the ball bearings will cut you, and then some of the rat poison might get in you. It might not be a fatal wound, but with the rat poison going in you, it makes you bleed a lot more. Discovered one of the 20 amp hour LiPo batteries fits exactly in a day pack side pouch. Makes the day pack perfect way to safely transport my big HF. Yeah, or two of them, right? You can put two of them then. Joseph Frazier, what's up? Spraying railroads in Vegas, right on. How much spray does Vegas need? Is there a lot of vegetation there? When will we release the 3.5 page? I don't have a clue, man. I don't know. I don't even know what today is. 3.5. Is that the last? What's today? Patreon questions. What's the date today? I'm sure one of you guys will beat me to it here. The 13th. So the 5th. That was last week. Anytime now, I'm sure. Brandon, literally, when he went to get his epidural, they said, you should be in surgery. We shouldn't even be doing this. I don't know what doctor pushed you through. We're going to go ahead and do it. On top of that, Scully was gone for a week and a half. So everything's kind of up right now, man. We're doing what we can do. So there was no Patreon last week, and there was none the week before. Amanda and I did a Q&A last week. Yeah, he's got they said he's got a bulging disc between 3 and 5, 3, 4, and 5, I think. Said it's the worst they've ever seen. He was here yesterday. To look at him, you wouldn't even know it. What's the farming name for rat? Ooh, yeah, what is that called? I can't remember. It'll come to me in a minute. Warfarin. Around 20,000 gallons of mixed spray. Is that a lot compared to what you guys normally put down? I got pulled over by a cop once, accidentally said I'm on my way to New Vegas. He did not catch it. I don't get it. What's New Vegas? I don't get it either. Oh, he's on the 157. He was injecting straight in as close as he could get with the 157. Even though the literature says that side injecting doesn't make any difference. He was trying everything he could. The Q&A was I didn't even realize the Q&A was out yet. Is Brandel the cameraman? He's a lot more than cameraman. Anybody can fucking camera. He cuts all the videos, edits some videos. The video you saw yesterday, that was all him. I wasn't even present for the video yesterday.
Yeah, he came up with it and everything.
Yeah, that's all Brandel. Almost 90% of the time Brandel shows up someplace to do some video, they should just go, we don't know what we're fucking doing, what should we do? Warfarin is farming name for blood thinner. There we go. Yeah, of course, 500. TB 500, BPC 157. Did you see the Q&A? Did you watch it, or did you see? I didn't even know it was out.
I didn't watch it. I looked at the comments at first. I think yesterday. I'm just waiting for somebody to be ugly, and I was crying.
You were crying?
Yeah. We're starting to anyway.
Max, yes, this is Maxpedition. This is Maxpedition.
And 511.
To and 5. Did they say 511?
I'm just being an
Yes, this is us in Tennessee pretending to be Maxpedition. Where's Maxpedition made nowadays? 20,000 gallons is 4 loads for the truck. Evening, everyone. Hope these live streams are a motivator for all of you. What's up, man? How are the Doge and plaid tool bags? Oh, they're going great, Gary. They're fucking going splendidly. That's not what you're asking, though, is it? Ask the question you're actually asking. Why do you never... did you just fucking show up here? Why do you not see us do Marpat? Because nobody fucking makes it. Marpat doesn't exist anymore. The Marine Corps put a request out for new camouflage. You know, also MARSOC's going away too, which is fucking kind of weird. MARSOC's going away. Marpat's been gone. Can't get it. Doesn't fucking exist. Nobody makes it. That's why. I've asked many content creators. What have you asked? It's for project. Do you consider Mexican Americans American? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. It's not me that's going to deport you. I don't fucking care. Do not fucking care. I live where there are very few Mexicans. If I lived where there was lots of Mexicans, I would have lots of Mexican labor. I heard Raiders are on the chopping block. Yeah, I heard that too, man. Americans are Americans, period. Yeah, were you born here? Or did you sneak in here? It's not me you have to worry about. When I was in San Diego, I ran 36 people. Every fucking one of them was Mexican. Everyone on the manufacturing side was Mexican. Here, I've got all white girls and then one Mexican girl. I don't care what you look like. I had a fucking big ass 6.5 foot tall black cross dresser. He was a dude. Came to work as a dude. We employed him as a dude. A week later, he was in high heel shoes. And a month after that, he was in a dress. I don't care. Do you think the Marine Corps will go to multi-camp? I don't think so, man. They've always done something different, right? Even when they had Woodland, it was a different Woodland. Maxpedition made in Taiwan. There we go. Are you still open to the Instagram build request? I need 24 slots. Current belt. No, we're not. No. The Instagram build was for 32-inch rifle cases. It's not, hey, will you build this shit that you don't build? No. The dude, yeah, he had the big, huge black guy had a little motherfucker that looked like the Tiger King that would beat the shit out of him. He would come in just fucking beat up, black eyes, bruises all over. Daddy beat me up. And then when we saw Daddy literally was the fucking Tiger King with some house cats. If you can sew as well as you used to outside of high heels. Yeah, I didn't care. I finally had to tell him, hey, I don't care you wear high heels, but you can't sew in them. It's keeping you from sewing. They were living in the abandoned hotel up the way with no windows in it. The dude just got to the point where he just stopped coming. It was drugs. It was just drugs. He'd show up to work a couple of days and then less. Then he'd come back and Daddy's in jail and I'm leaving Daddy, and it's like having it's same girl problems. Yeah, it's definitely. Well, we're in the most impoverished county of all of Tennessee, Christopher. Meth is what we make here. Did he keep a harem of black husbands? No, we only have a couple black guys. Like literally, there's only a few black guys. The black guys come here to bang all the skanky white chicks that work over at Taco Bell and the fucking bookkeeping place over there. But most of the black dudes, they're not from here. They come in from other towns. Yeah, they get in the wall, eat the copper. Yeah, we have big dogs that surround the copper. Do you like the MDF for work tabletops? I do. but we're not using MDF. It's a birch, and it's a double-sided birch. So when you flip it, when you eat the top off, which didn't last, nobody ate the top off until these assholes here working here. Like, if you're not literally cutting stuff on the tabletop will last forever. But if they don't put a mat down when they cut with a razor, they'll chew the top up. But these tables have been on here for at least 10 years now. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 of them, Evan. Now, when you do the MDF ones, be aware they're not 4x8. So if you build your frame, you're going to be very surprised when you put your tabletop on and it's not 4x8. But this is a birch plywood tabletop. They were a lot more expensive when we built them, but we've not even flipped these tables once. We've not flipped the tops. Deciding material to buy for wall-to-wall workbench. You'll love these. You'll never wish you didn't have this. Kevin Timmer, what's up? Yeah, finished grade plywood. They did come from Lowe's at the time. Years ago, the quote was 98% of meth labs are in Central California. Yeah, I don't know if we have meth labs here. They have something called shake and bake, and now I don't have a clue what they call it, ice, whatever that is. They end up in a relationship with Tiger King. Maybe so. Maybe that's where all the black guys are. Yeah, the boyfriend was 98. Yeah, Josh, you saw him, didn't you? Were you here? Were you here for Tiger King? AOR Type 3, which is what the Navy wears. Dory can't get her pants in. Yeah, yeah, I've heard that about a Marpat too. USMC actually issues decent gear now, and it's all coyote brown. I had a dude just told me he's deploying on the Mew. How fast can he get a 6-mag stacked chest rig in Woodland? I said, I have an 8-mag stacked chest rig I can ship you today, or I have 6-mag stacked in OD. And I wanted to go, come on, bro. They're not going to let you fucking deploy with this. Although, once you're on deployment, a lot of that goes out the window.
He messaged, he sent a text even. He was like, hey, I sent an email.
Well, I messaged him. I emailed him long before you sent the text out.
And I was like, I sent your message to the man.
I replied to him. I told him. Another dude today had ordered a multicam black padded hearing protection case. He's like, my kid goes to boot camp in 2 weeks. Can I get this? They're not going to let him have it in boot camp. I would suspect he can't even take it with him in boot camp. But I do have multicam Typhon, or I gave him the options. The multicam black ones they're cut or about to be cut. Blood Moon peaks at 2:26 tonight. I saw Daddy in the parking lot with his dog, and you told him to never come back. I did. You go on away, or we'll blow you away with the hose. You 90-pound little AIDS victim. Oh, he definitely had AIDS. That motherfucker had AIDS and a bunch of other shit, probably. Cool eclipse tonight. I will be asleep when that happens. Love the new AKM4, nice. Washington State had a city that was the meth creation capital of the nation a few years back. I think all of us do. Those subwards have real Great War of Terror. Yeah, they do. You talk about these subloads? Here's one from the Great War of Terror. Oh, Great War on Terror. Sorry, hold on. Even prior to that. That's some 9/11 shit right there. 11 deployments. Same exact subload. That's a CQB subload right there. Looking at the loadouts these dudes ran for the sniper competition was pretty interesting. Very few guys had anything that could move well. Yeah, the sniper competitions, that's the same thing Jeff's been seeing. It has nothing to do with military application. When they go out shooting men, it's going to be a very different, like, Sitting there, that's fine. Sitting there, that's fine. As soon as you got to take the shot and move, or if you're coming into a hostile environment, that shit don't work. No, we do not make any canine harnesses, Todd. Don Todd. His AIDS has AIDS. You all see the story about the lady that got a 45 for her son in a USMC in World War II and rode 2 days on a bus to give it to him in California. I think I have seen that. I think I heard Fat Electrician talk about that. Didn't he also sneak into the Marine Corps? He was in the Marine Corps at like 16 years of age or something. Never understood why Jeff took all them mags on a two-man team. That's because you've never been shot at, Rafa. You've also never been left anywhere.
And it's only a two-man team.
And it's only a two-man team. That's because Jeff has been left places. The helicopter came and picked people up and did not pick his team up. Motherfuckers die on 29 Palms every year because the Marine Corps left them. Just imagine what happens in real combat. A Tempur-Pedic bed. No, I don't have a Tempur-Pedic bed. I've never had one. Yeah, it's Fat Electrician. That's where I heard it then. That's exactly it. According to Ryan Hall, you're getting some nasty weather. Yeah, Ryan Hall says that every time. Every single fucking time. I actually believe that Ryan Hall is doing people a disservice and that they do not take any of it seriously anymore. Ryan Hall would have you believe you're going to be fucking wiped out. There's not going to be any buildings or concrete or anybody in the fucking surrounding 100 areas left. Ryan Hall, I think, has fucking, if anything, made people prepare less. What do you know about IDEMA ICS? What do you know about Keith IDEMA, Dan? Can the 500 IV bag be used on oneself, or is it better to carry more water and not need the IV? I think you're misunderstanding it, man. The 500 IV bag carried a 500 IV and all the GSW stuff that the SEAL teams were carrying. Nowadays, you're not going to carry that bag as a 500 IV. You're going to carry it for a lot of medical stuff or a utility pocket. I personally, I'll carry an entire rappel kit minus the rope. I'll put my blue water harness. I'll put my Yates harness in there. I'll put a figure 8, a rescue 8. I'll put a couple of locking beaners in there. I'll put a bunch of tubulars in there and my gloves. Everything will fit in that thing minus the rope. You can also put 350 rounds of 5.56 on stripper clips in there. It'll actually hold more than that. The thought used to be that anytime you had a bullet hole and you were bleeding is you'd push fluids. But in reality, when you push fluids, you're helping evacuate everything else that was already leaving the body. The SOPs have changed greatly. IV is not used just dehydration, regardless what Jason says. It's going to be used to push drugs and shit. But if you're losing volume, IV is not what they're going to push into you until they fucking plug that hole. I'm sure Chuck will elaborate on that. You ever make a 410 shotgun rig? Nope. No 410s. Try Beast Buckle for your dog. I don't know anything about Beast Buckle. Never heard of them. Deployable tourniquet pouch. He had an interesting history. Too bad my dog is part ninja and I can't find anything he can't get out of. Huh. Sounds like he needs training. Guys usually put pouches on either side of the AK-M4 rig. You're very limited as to the pouches you can put on the side. It's going to be a single pistol mag or a tourniquet or a multi-tool or a light pouch. What's interesting?
When you're trying to find out how much fees you paid on a credit card processor and they don't show it to you.
We were talking about AIDS, and apparently he died. Who died of AIDS? No longer push fluids. It allows access intravenously for drugs, also known as blood admin. Can't refill the system with a leak. Lag nest monster worth of stripper clips. Bear interviewed Jeff Kirkham recently on some of the background of the rats and trauma medicine. Worth a listen. Yeah, I think most of the people that were having TK, because that's the rats tourniquet, right? When you listen to Jeff talk, a lot of the things that were said go away. Like Jaeger was always big on the rats. Jaeger was friends with Kirkham. Jaeger did several interviews with Kirkham. This is a 500 IV pouch. It's a little bit taller than our 6x6. It is about 8 inches by 6 inches. It's wider than it looks here. About 3.5 inches deep. It still has the holdover for the 500 IV bag. It's got the elastic, and then it's got the heat shrinked, or vacuum sealed, I should say, stuff that they were putting inside there. And back then, there was no quick clot or anything like that. Your oldest daughter is 18, right on. Gene Hackman story, I didn't see it. Yeah, the polarizing, the tourniquets are as polarizing as the ham radio. The ham radios, because there's way more ham radio guys than tourniquet guys. And most of the dudes talking shit about the tourniquets, they've never even applied a tourniquet. Worst part about taking pain meds is not realizing how hot my is. I didn't know that happened. Burnt your tongue. I've never heard of that. I also have never taken pain meds. Less than a year old. They just expire. I just buy new one. What are we talking about? OD Fupa danglers? Yes. You never answered my question, though. What is your order number? You never told me. Are we talking about there's like 100 orders. Are we talking about the one that's what? Toxic thread? Give me the order number. Reply back to the email with the order number so I know which order we're talking about. And there's only one left. There was 3 when we talked about it the other day. Slishman, great for kids and canines. Dulled my nerve endings. Didn't realize the microwave superheated leftovers. Practice with the rats works when used properly. Don't do drugs. Norhiko, reply to the email, please. When I get off of here, I can't see any of the comments after the video. They're all gone. done any research on lion's mane for brain injuries? Oh, you mean mushrooms? I just learned they are basically a type of shrimp. Yeah, lion's mane is mushrooms. And cordyceps, yeah, I take reishi and lion's mane every night. I take cordyceps and lion's mane and another one in the morning when I remember to. I take them in a tincture. It's a really big, it's a dropper. And when I take them, especially when I started taking them right before I go to sleep, I would go to sleep much faster and deeper. When you said lion's mane, I thought fucking lion. I think there's a lot to the mushrooms. I think there's a lot to it. You have a TBI, Rafa? Loading up some 300 blackout right now, hoping the deer this fall. Nice. I had a very bad opioid addiction. I don't take anything stronger than Motrin. Moonshine is good for brain health. Sacred 7. I take Sacred 7 every morning also. I don't think I take a teaspoon though. I take the scoop that's in there. I actually take Sacred 7 every single morning. I was never daddy addicted, but I was bad. Skating in college, glad the worst of it is in the past. Skating, like skateboarding or roller skating, roller blading, what was it? Gave my grandpa a cap once in a while. Had carpal tunnel that ruined his hands. He would be able to move and feel them while on psilocybin mushrooms. Huh. Go find fresh lion's mane growing in down hardwood. They taste amazing. Don't do that in Kentucky. Rollerblading, Canadian stepdad got me. Oh, we're going to make fun of you, but not because of the rollerblading. We were going to make fun of you anyways. The like button looks, I hadn't even noticed it. 74 and 74. There we go. 1 teaspoon. Mine doesn't come with a scoop. Maybe I've just been using, because when I open a new one, I just take the scoop out of it. Maybe that's why. Is this what yours looks like? Now everything comes in a I still pour them in the containers. But like even, like this says OptiReds, it's actually greens in here because they stopped shipping them in a container. And I had thrown the greens container away. So I've been just putting the greens in the reds container, so I still have a fucking solid container. I hate those bags that they ship everything in. I don't know if my Sacred 7 shit's coming in bags or not. No, you're right. It didn't. This is probably where the scoop went. What does that say? 1/4 teaspoon. Am I supposed to be taking a teaspoon? I thought I took whatever Josh told me to take. Half teaspoon. Shit. I've only been taking a 1/4 teaspoon this whole time. Got hit by a train, so I guess that caused a TBI. Then a hemorrhagic stroke in the hospital. So the right side of my brain is pretty fucked. I have mushroom tea. I think it's kind of junk. How long ago was that, dude? Your youngest daughter has it. No shit. Just lay a line on the table. No, there's only a few mushrooms that will actually kill you. I watched a show about mushrooms in Kentucky, and if there's 200 of them, 190 of them in Kentucky would kill you. Now, keep in mind, I don't know shit about mushrooms, and I'm repeating what I heard, and I could be repeating it incorrectly. Purely on looks, the day pack side pouch or the mini pack side pouch look best on the covert. You're not gonna fit the, yeah, you can put mini pack on there. I mean, not the mini pack. The mini pack will go on here, but will the day pack side pouch, it'll go on there. You got 4 columns. I don't know. Can anybody say? Has anybody done it? Yeah, you're going to miss a column on this one. It's going to hang over. And then your 2 columns on the mini pack with the footprint. You're too small on this one and too big on that one. I don't have an ideal one. I don't have an ideal pouch for the side of the covert. Radio says he uses his mini. Do the mini. When you fill the pouch, it will still be flush. It's slow. Still can't use my left hand for much. How long ago did that happen, dude? Did you say, what did you say? You got hit by a train? Oh, there it is. June 20th, 2011. I got hit by a train. Were you in a vehicle, I take it? You have the same bottle, Sacred 7. It says 1 teaspoon. Well, mine clearly says, I mean, I'm not opposed to taking more. Yeah, even the Nalgene bottles are 2 columns. They're more than 2 columns, but only 2 columns fit on them. On foot, hit by a train. Got it. Saving for one of your 8-stack or 6-stack rigs this spring. Takes a minute right now. Okay. We make them. We'll still be making them. Sterling, what's up? That's the reason you are so low energy. The mushrooms, I'm not taking enough mushrooms. That's probably it. I'm going to take like 3 scoops tomorrow. They say mushrooms can't hurt you. What's that term when it becomes toxic and can actually be harmful for you? And they say mushrooms, like beneficial mushrooms, you can't take enough to be dangerous. They say we got bad weather coming. Yeah, the small utility pockets are pals back, yes. The mini mesh pockets are sick, yes. Yeah, but it's a medical term for overdose. Not overdose, but negative side effects. Accumulative Yeah, I guess overdose. All right, Norhiko, thank you, man. Light rain and hail in Idaho now. Left California yesterday. Yes, we have bad weather coming. Stop being a Ryan Hall hater. I got drugged by a train for a quarter of a mile, but I was a conductor. Foot slipped through the ladder on the car. Fucking crazy, guys. Yeah, digestive issues. I'm pretty immune to that. Somebody's custom covert pack right here. McDorkin, what's up? Made it to one of the live streams. Whose is this? There's not even any fucking paperwork with it. Pretty sweet. Looks like a stormtrooper. I'm gonna go argue with lefties. Oh, I thought you meant like right hand. You should argue with lefties, but make it as though you're right-handed. They won't know what the fuck you're talking about. Toxicity, yeah, but Rogan talks about, oh, you can take as many mushrooms as you want. There's like the level's so high you would die from filling your stomach before you would die from an over. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm talking about though. Palmetto, what's up? Promo code BAG this week. Shenanigans. Do you have St. Patrick's Day in Japan? Hell, I wish it drugged me. Broke my neck. C2, C3, left femur somehow. Did you work on the train, Jonathan? Do you think Jackery makes good solar generators? Saw a Jackery 1000 plus at Costco. I suspect that the stuff at Costco is different than the stuff you bought direct. Just a guess. However, yeah, Jackery makes pretty good stuff. I have Blue Eddy. Jeff swears by, I can't remember the brand Jeff swears by. I went with Blue Eddy because I wanted a big unit and it was available to ship when I bought it. EcoFlow, that's what Jeff uses. I know Bear had a Jackery that I think they sent him at one point. I saw it on one of the storms out in the rain at one of the tornadoes in Kentucky when we went up to see those guys. And he had left it out. And I know he'd left it out in the snow and it froze and got wet and all kinds of shit and still worked. I think for the most part, most of the name brand ones are pretty decent. Hobo Tech, this weirdo that is in like an ice cream van around in the desert. He wears a lab coat and gloves all the time. He does really good reviews on all that shit. And there's a younger kid that does a bunch of really in-depth reviews where he'll plug the exact same microwave into each one and hair dryers and shit and just run them all the way till they're dead and then charge them back up with the panels and stuff. There's some good channels out there doing reviews on that shit. Snap-on shit at Costco is way different than, oh, for sure. That's why I'm saying that. Like, we have no-co chargers, and I'm pretty sure the no-co charger you buy at Sam's Club isn't even a model that they sell through no-co. Not that it's not good. Blue Eddy is Gucci. I'm about to buy their ice chest. I didn't even know Blue Eddy had an ice chest. You have trail building backpacks. No, we don't. And I'm not even really sure what a trail building backpack is. Finally got a date for wife's surgery. Ryan Ray, what's up, bud? March 27th. She will be in the hospital for at least 3 days. Right on, man. I'm glad that you're getting something going with that. How do you recommend I show my appreciation to Jeff? You don't. You just leave Jeff alone. I revere expected 3 words. He got you to be liberating. Wife had said similar, but hearing it from Scully carried a different weight. I don't know what you're talking about, Rafa. I don't know what you mean. Multicam white. Yeah, it's Alpine. I just bought a super old SOE subload secondhand. Unfortunately, it didn't come with the hanger. Will the buckle on the current subload work with the old? It should. Yeah, it should. It carries a chainsaw. Oh no, I don't have that, man. Mystery Ranch does. Mystery Ranch will have that pack, and I'm sure a bunch of fire equipment like brushland companies will have it. It's all good. I'll leave Jeff alone. Not that I've been bothering him. No, that's not what I mean. But I don't know what you're talking about, Rafa. Nice overlanding fridge freezer. Nice. Yeah, I would assume that I would suspect that a lot of that shit's probably coming out of the same factories. Yeah, almost all these machines are full. Almost all of them. Put together an own trail backpack with the items SOE makes. Nah, he needs something that'll hold more shit, especially if he's carrying a chainsaw in a pack. What's OD black on the table? Not modular LBV. Padded suspender. I bet business is good with the economy crashing. Business is good when there's people worried about guns and ammunition. Business is always easier when we have a gun grabber as president. When people are not worried about guns, it is definitely more work to make the sales. Everybody in this industry, whether it's guns or tactical gear or prepper gear, any of that shit, everybody's sales went down. Whether they're telling you that or not, everybody's fucking sales are down. You see companies right now running sales that screamed for 10 years they would never run a sale ever. That's just how it is. After Y2K, I think a lot of people don't even realize, after Y2K, all of your survival magazines went out of business because they had extended lines of credit. And when Y2K did not happen, these people could not pay any of their credit, and a bunch of companies went out of business. You went from gun shows 4 or 5 times, 6 times a year at major venues to once or twice a year. And when they would do them, they were not even as busy as a venue when they were the same venue. They would fill less buildings after Y2K did not happen. The panic was gone, and the new buyers were gone. And only the diehards, the original guys were there. There's no urgency for the majority of people. There's no urgency for people to go buy guns and ammunition. You had a lot of people during COVID. Business was huge. Business was easier than ever in 35 years of business during COVID. And as soon as a lot of people moved and sold and went and started homesteading, and even the homesteading stuff, if you look at it, there's homesteading shows fucking everywhere now, and the urgency and the newness of it is gone. What's my opinion on XRP? I own XRP. I bought it 6 months ago. I bought another 1,000 in XRP. I couldn't even tell you what I have in XRP. I've not even looked at it. I look at Bitcoin every day, though. If you're going to buy some shit, and we're talking XRP and you don't have Bitcoin, that's like it's like talking about working out, but you don't fucking actually lift weights. Yeah, the padded suspender set will work on any 2-inch belt or any belt that has pals or D rings on it. Yeah, no urgency. Time to stack what you need deep. Yep. And even for guys that are starting to prep right now, everything costs more. There's no urgency, and it costs more. And people don't have as much money to play with as they did. Pam Bondi wants to take pew-pews away. Maybe. Trump's going to her office tomorrow. What do you think that's about? Pam Bondi was not a fucking pro-gun person. There's definitely better people that could have been put in place. And as far as Trump appointing Bondi and such, what has she actually done? Like what has she done? What's his name? Vivek? Not Vivek, the other one. What's the other one? What have they actually done? He said, turn over Epstein. She said, oh, it would make your stomach turn. I have all the paper. You think that bitch didn't know what was on her desk? You think she really thought that 100 pages she handed over? Or do you think it's all bullshit? It's all fucking bullshit. Kash Patel, that's him. What has Kash Patel done? What has Pam Bondi done? Now, the speculation is who's the guy that's coming and getting appointed tomorrow, that's getting put in place, that works for her. That's why Trump supposedly, and there's going to be a bunch of pro-A stuff that happens tomorrow. Fuck, I hope so. But are you going to be surprised if it's enough, if it's still nothing? Tariffs might make prices higher, but in the long run, it'll be better for the United States. Old SOE war belt work. Yeah, it'll work because you can attach it to the pals. Yes. Yeah, you can attach it to the pals. You can wrap old SOE war belt with no D-rings. My padded war belts had D-rings. You can wrap these through the pals, or you can run T-ring adapters through and attach these to the T-rings. Just realized I had some Bitcoin I forgot about. 115 on my, made 115 on 500. Going to buy a saw to cut metal so I can build shelters, taking a page out of your book. I would keep the fucking Bitcoin, buddy. Made 115 on 500. I don't know what that means. You put 500 in, so you're going to pull 115 out. Are we talking $115 or 115,000? Can you really not just find $115 somewhere? Following the build series on LBV, I've already got all accessories, Cordura, but need to order more webbing. Already made my own plate carrier. Right on. I wish you luck. Dollars. The saw is 600. I'm going to gamble on yourself. All right. Yukon, what's up? WNB. I don't know what you're talking about. Pinhead. I don't know what you mean. Yeah. SOE replica vest for $950. I need to raise my price. You can buy the real one for $1,000 to $1,200. And it'll be real. If they were taking a real vest and making the exact same thing, awesome. But that's not what it is. Caswell, what's up? Yukon, member for 8 months. Welcome, brother. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off. We will be recording tomorrow. We'll probably do a live at some point. All right, guys. I don't know if we're offline or what. The comments seem to have stopped.